Hi, good morning. It's almost February day, but it's January stock show end of the week. Sort of finally cool weather, but it isn't cool. And I have my best friend, chef, fabulous guy, Ryan Fletter with me. And are we bundled up, Ryan?
Yeah, it's a cozy day. It's a little bit chilly today, but it's a cool day, but I mean cool like really cool because it's Friday. So
That's true. Big weekends,
yeah.
crazy restaurant time. And I was at Barolo this week. It was, oh my God, that the Brussels salad is the most, I don't even know what it is other than it's incredible.
So we take Brussels sprouts, obviously fresh one. We break them off of the florets and we saute them warm with a little bit shaved carrots. And then we toss them with a little bit of purple cabbage and frisee, a little Banyuls vinaigrette. And then we add some Montasio cheese with little pickled cranberries on top and little carrot fronds. And it's just a nice and hearty, slightly warmed, but fresh salad of this time of the year, these types of vegetables mix really nicely: carrots, cabbage, Brussels, and
Yeah,
frisee.
but it sounds so easy and simple when you say it. It doesn't taste like that.
It's
And the
it's
new
a
winter dishes, Barolo Grill, by the way, is Ryan, in case we didn't mention that. And your new pork dishes and the sea bass and the agnolotti. Oh,
Yeah. And I love those. Agnolotti mean little priest caps in Italian, and they're very famous and popular in Barolo region. So we always like to make some version of agnolotti, which are like little ravioli. And these are made with saffron. So they're gorgeous and yellow in color. And then they have sunchoke stuffed in them with sunchoke chips on top, little pancetta. And there's a bagna cauda. So there's some green and yellow and crunchy and soft. And it's been really popular. And we'll just change it up with different flavors of the year. And this is the time of the year for some saffron and
I'd
sunchoke.
be I'd be delighted to tell you, as my date did have them, but I was never given any, so I don't.
Oh, rude. Didn't
It's okay.
share.
I have.
But they looked pretty, I bet.
They made a beautiful picture. They didn't make it to my stomach.
Well, those are one of
But
my most favorite things to serve and to eat, to watch, like you got to.
but I think your agnolotti and your duck. By the way, we are talking about the recent menu. If anybody's
Yeah,
interested,
as
but
of today.
we'll get go on. But I think agnolotti and duck are probably the two things that have always been on the menu in risotto.
Yeah, or like the frito misto, the
Oh,
calamari, we do
yeah.
that and we change it up a little bit, but we always have that. And then everything else changes. We'll always make a bolognese, which is often kind of a buried item. It's not always on the menu, but we always have it because there's a huge demand for it. And we make an incredible bolognese, and we make, mushroom pasta and things that are simple,
Oh,
but
now
everything
you're
else moves around seasonally. And you can always guarantee on having duck and one of these pastas for sure, and frito misto, and then the rest is all fresh, new, inventive things. Or sometimes I'll even say there's a lot of Hall of Famer dishes that we have that'll come and go during the time of the year. So like tomatoes and such, when those are in season, we'll do 4 months of a very special dish that we do every year. Or when halibut season is running, and we tend to do a certain sauce with that. And so there's some dishes that come every year for a short period. And those are always exciting because we always have new guests, new staff members, people that have never had them, and then sometimes we're excited. It's like, oh, it's that time of the year to have our favorite dish again, even if it's been done before. I really
well,
disagree.
that's not bad. That's perfectly acceptable in my life.
Yeah, there are some chefs and restaurants that say, I'll never make a dish twice. And you go, well, why?
Why not?
Why not make something that's amazing,
Yeah.
amazing that you couldn't have it as a guest on January of 2020, but you can in January of 2021, maybe. So
Okay, tell me how many years has Barolo Grill been open?
29 years. We just turned the corner. 1992 was our first
Oh
year
God.
in December. So we just made our 29th year turn around the sun, and we are off onto our 30th year. And our every year has been more spectacular than the past. So I've been very
I'll vote
fortunate.
for that.
So I
And
really feel fortunate for that.
And I think we should point out, when you say a restaurant is 29 years old, it is so up to date that,
It is current. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, this is not, oh, that old restaurant.
it's not 29 years old, it's 29 years young. It's still fresh and vibrant and active. And we constantly tool on things to keep things relevant. We preserve. My job is to be the steward of this great business and this great community spot, and not to take it, into a different direction that it isn't demanding. And everyone is, especially in the last couple of years, really needed a nice community centered, place to depend on. And that's what's been my focus, to give the dependable, like, comfort for the staff, the guests, the chefs, the everybody to feel like some regularity in a very unregular time.
To me, it's home. It's home.
Yeah, so we keep stamping out our focaccia breads every day. The people who come in the daytime who make them have been here with us for 17 years. The chef Daryl's been here for 18 years.
Sure, he was a baby.
27.
So but you guys
still are babies.
You are. Yeah, I'm the old mother around.
You are still gorgeous and a baby. You look absolutely the same, and we are just like in a time warp. We just are preserved.
Right. I'm not going any place, but seriously, and now as we're talking about this, well, two things. Let me just point out. First of all, you don't have to go in for the most expensive dinner in town. You can go to the bar, you can sit at a table, you can have an antipasto, an order of pasta, go home.
Right.
That's don't correct. Have to indulge in something that's a fortune.
That's right. And we do a la carte dining all during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and always at the bar every day. And the bar has reinstated itself too to a pretty normal activity level. We're still asking people to call and make a reservation or call ahead so that we have a seat for them, rather than it being just a cattle call mosh pit that it used to be, where people just arrived and stood behind each other. We're not encouraging that. We're encouraging a phone call or a heads up, and we'll land you at the bar, and you can do a dessert, an antipasti, or a cocktail, a relax,
or a whole dinner.
And you can just let it happen. You can do that in the dining room as well, and our outside bungalows as well, which
this is where I'm getting, because I know that you're doing a lot.
Yeah, we have 15 bungalows outside right next door to us that are all contiguous to the space. They're all warmed and heated. There's fire pits going, there's music playing, there's the same artwork in the restaurant as in the bungalows. There's rugs down, and they're warm and cozy. You can't wear necessarily a swimsuit in there in February, but they're pretty warm. You take your coats off and you're comfortable, and you can.
Yes, even I took my coat off when I've been in.
And that's saying a lot. So we kept you warm, and they're really special because I personally built them, and I keep maintaining them. The whole staff does everything they can to keep them in nice shape. They're safe, they're locked, they're clean. And you can have the same dining experience nearly, aside from sitting inside the restaurant. There's a bathroom right next door to it, so it's easy. You don't have to, go in. So if you don't want to be inside the restaurant for any reason, whether it's Omicron or whether it's just being precautious, also people have found them to be very intensively private, so that if you want to have a nice intimate time, I've had business meetings and friends who just want to have time with their mother, their father, somebody who needs quiet because they haven't had much time. We've had kids in there who have their iPads and hanging out while mom and dad and grandma again, or grandpa, anybody who's trying to dine and enjoy the space and be in their own space. So they're very versatile, and there's 15 of them. So there's a fair amount of them. They're all full most of the time during the weekends. And then during the weekday, there's usually ample opportunity to come in. And so again, a la carte, like you said, you can do that really easily. Friday and Saturday is a little more challenging. And that's because everyone's trying to maybe end the week with a little bit more ceremonial event, and then to streamline for the kitchen and all the staffing, we do the tasting menus, and we even modify those so the portions are smaller and that you don't feel engorged. And but they are a bit more expensive to do that on the weekends. So we're really trying to make it versatile for everybody. We're closed Sunday, Monday. That's our time to relax.
I know.
Except for Valentine's Day or New Year's Eve or something, which happens every 7 years. Valentine's Day last year, I think, was Sunday. So we went into Sunday as a service. This year, ironically, Sunday is the Super Bowl. And then Monday is Valentine's Day. And we will be open on Monday for Valentine's Day. We are taking reservations. We're already getting mobbed with people. So it would be good to call if anyone wants to have a spot, and whether it's
Is it a
inside or
fixed
outside.
price dinner that night
It
only?
is fixed price that evening, and it will be a tasting menu and all kinds of very elegant things. It's a special night, and so we want to treat it special. And then you can a la carte the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, again. So it allows a little something for anybody's calendar.
Okay, what about the Saturday before? Will you make that part of Valentine's Day?
Saturday is already inherently a tasting menu evening, so it will be also a tasting menu evening, and it will start to carve into the Valentine's weekend. We realize, and I realize, a lot of folks like to celebrate, their Valentine's evening, whether it be on Friday or Saturday on the weekend, because they might, Monday it's a school night and people have kids, and maybe after a Super Bowl, Monday might not work out for some people. And so we're trying to, again, reflect the fact that some want to have a special night on the night or the weekend prior to Valentine's, like Friday or Saturday. So this Saturday, the Saturday leading up to Valentine's will be sort of a bridge into that Monday, but we'll still give ourselves a Sunday off in between. And then we go for 6 nights the following week. So Monday and Saturday will be fun. And then during the week, it'll be great. And, whatever anybody wants. So
good for you. And I know that you do ask, should everybody, it's actually the law, but people don't follow it, to please wear masks.
Yep. And there, as there is still a mask mandate in Denver, we never have relaxed our mask wearing since this started. We actually never took the masks down. We actually made it an optional factor for a while when everyone was feeling vaccinations and such were working in the summer and in heading into the fall a bit. And then, of course, Delta scare. And then here we go. We always made masks voluntary for the staff, and everyone voluntarily wore them. And then when the mask mandate came back in play, we refused to take our masks down, actually, because you could do a vaccination or mask program. And I didn't agree. I thought you should do both. You should vaccinate and mask. And all of our team has gone through their entire vaccination process and continue, because as you know, some people got 1 hit or 2 hits, some people got a booster, some people are still waiting.
I have yet to figure out why people just don't go get the shots.
I do too. So we encourage everybody to get as many of those, get them going. And we are in a continuous process with that. And but we still wear our masks, and now it's mandated, but we had no problem, and nor do our guests. And we've been very safe, and everybody feels comfortable, and that seems to be the current climate with
and I do know that everything, you don't have 50 million tables on top of each other anyway.
Yeah, we've always kept a nice, reasonable distance. Just like the bar, we were saying, we're not encouraging people to just kind of come
but you
in.
do have space at the bar, which is a pleasure.
Yeah, we do. And there's about enough room for really 5 couples, or
which is why I'm so comfortable at that bar. Because
and as an example, tonight it's totally full, and tomorrow it's not full, and tonight's Friday and tomorrow's Saturday. So some people, kind of forget, and a lot of folks don't realize that, you can just kind of make a last minute decision, and we're still allowing that to be the case, so that you can, on a whim, hey, let's call Barolo and see if they've got a bar spot, or we'll just get online and book it. And often there is now, so it's calculated. And then you can feel safe coming in knowing that we've done the same thing with everyone else, so that you're not going to have somebody, breathing on your back neck, trying to get you to kind of get up and go, and that you've been swarmed by 6 people who want to take your spot.
I wish you hadn't mentioned it, because for me, and I didn't say this if anybody's listening, I only get a table if I can't get my seat at the bar.
I always shoehorn everyone I can in. So you just give us heads up, and we'll protect your little bubble.
No, I just say, well, at all times.
Everyone.
But yeah, it's really funny. And have you had staffing problems with this mess?
Yeah, and we've gone through everything that everybody else has gone through, but maybe we've been lucky because we have a lot of long-term staff, a lot of tenured staff. A lot of folks have been there for 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 8 years. And then we've had people who have been sick or have been excused due to a potential sickness. We've had people who've had normal health issues like sprained ankles. We've had normal holiday extravaganzas and plane tickets been canceled and flights, and people who've had roommates that have had issues, or the whole gamut. And we just kind of roll with it. And we've been very lucky. Nobody has gone to the hospital and had any serious illnesses. Anybody who's had any issues have been excused to deal with it in whatever time frame.
Good for you.
And so we just kind of round robin through it. I jump on every station. I'll bartend and wait tables.
I've seen you waiting
work in the
tables.
pantry. I'm shoveling snow. I'm out there doing everything. And I've been very lucky. And the chef, Daryl, and other folks. So we kind of, have been just rolling with the tides and rolling with the business and rolling with the busy time and the quiet time of snowstorms and or Christmas weather and Christmas season. And here we are in January now.
Well, I think Barolo Grill will always be everybody's favorite place. I mean, it is Italian, but it's not Italian like some, it's northern sophisticated, the risottos. I could go through the whole menu. And the way everybody is treated is another reason people want to come back.
And, we need to treat people more than ever in a fun way, nice way. That the world of these blue screens and this world of quarantine and this world of don't touch and don't hug and rubber glove, it's been more than the last 2 years. I think I'm looking forward to hugging people. It's awkward because you're not quite sure you should. It feels like we've all had PTSD. Like, I'm going to hug you even though I don't have COVID and nor do you, but I just still don't know if I should touch you or hug you or shake your hand. And
I'm hugging.
so I'm really thrilled to have a spot like that we get to do
And will the day ever come back that you get to have valet parking?
Valet parking, the only issue I've really had with that, well, we had to obviously nuclear bomb that one in the beginning. And it's with labor issues, trying to get valet staff and then touching car handles.
That is where I see the problem.
And I feel like jumping into somebody's what might call their personal pod, which is their car, is also got to be a little bit of a treacherous thing. So I refused to do it. But we have such ample parking. You can park semis around the building. People use Uber, they use Lyft. We have a parking lot right next to us. We have side street parking.
Can you use that parking lot?
Yes, I pay for it. So
where the big store is, and then
Soul closes and finishes their business at 5 or 6 o'clock, and then we pick up and take over on that parking lot. So that's always been, and that's what our valets would do. They would park there.
I know, but that's something I didn't know.
Yes.
We go driving around to look.
You can park in the lot. You can park right in front if there's spots. You can park on the side. So we're completely surrounded by parking options. And we're the only business open. Everybody else is closed and they're only open in the daytime. So we're not even competing with any other nighttime activity.
That's great to know.
So for 2 years, we really had no problems. Aside from, it's nice to have a valet. It's nice to be able to pull up right to the front, and it's nice to tiptoe in the front door and then have the car running for you. And I miss that. I really do.
Well, I
haven't been able to reconstruct it.
Because they say that should be the worst thing that ever happens.
And, I've also noticed with all the, anybody who has to take somebody and drop them off at the front door to go park is still, we have a loading zone right in front that's always unobstructed. So there's no problem ever having somebody delivered to the front door.
I assume if you ever pick up delivery, which I know you still do, you just drive up there.
You do. And you can park, there's about room for 5 or 6 vehicles at the same time right there.
One gets out of their car and picks it up.
Well, all they do is they pull right up to the front door. We see them literally. We already have them checked in. They look at us. We look at them. We wave at them. They open up their trunk. We go get their food. We bring it right out to their car. They never have to leave their driver's seat. Most people will just hit the latch on the button and open up the hatchback. We'll put it right in. They'll close it. We'll wave at them and they keep driving. So you don't have to do anything actually. We have all the details.
These are all fabulous things that even I don't always know.
Yep. And you can go right to our website. You can order everything that you want online immediately.
Okay.
You can schedule it for a 4 o'clock or a 5 o'clock pickup or whatever time. And then we have 2 or 3 hostesses at the door that are
They're adorable.
watching, and they'll see the vehicle that you might have given us a heads up. It's a yellow, Prius or a Subaru or a station wagon, whatever it is. And we see it, and then we go right back, and we've got the kitchen timing it so that they'll produce it right when you arrive. And whether it's gelato to go or whether it's warm bolognese or duck, it's all packaged. Focaccia breads, all in a bag. We walk right out to the door and put it in whatever designated seat or spot of your car you ask us to do.
And some of your fabulous wines.
Wines are to go available. Cocktails, you can have a Manhattan or an Aperol Spritz. You can order a bottle of wine or order a 3-pack to drink one with your dinner and have a couple more for later in the week or the month.
What treats. You're telling people things that I don't think everybody knows.
We should do this more often. I love this. So
Now, I'm finding out things I'm not sure about.
well, so we've been really trying to reach and react to the demands of the neighborhood and the demands of what people are really wanting. And luckily, we're so lucky to be right on 6th Avenue, easy way to enter, exit,
Oh, yeah.
park. You can pull up, have your car running, and aside, whether you decide to dine in, take it with you, look for a bar seat, there's usually ample spots for you not to be turned away in some capacity to take care of your nutrition and emotional health and everything.
Mental health is what I
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
Fabulous food, fabulous wine, and help my mental state. But I
Yes.
don't think we've told anybody your exact address, your phone number, your hours, and the website as well.
So our website's
Oh,
Barolo
have
Grill.
we missed anything else before I do this?
My social security number, my
No,
birthday.
just the last 4 numbers, please.
Well, Barolo Grill is open 5 nights a week, Tuesday through Saturday from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. It's open for to go, in the house, in dining, what have you. Sunday and Monday we're closed aside from a vacation. We're located on 6th Avenue between St. Paul and Milwaukee Street, which is just north of the Cherry Creek Mall, about 6 blocks on 6th Avenue. We have our phone number is 303-393-1040. And our website has everything on it, barologrildenver.com. You can make a reservation. You can see Valentine's. You can look at special menus. You can see events that are coming up. You can see our hours. You can book immediately. You can buy gift cards immediately. They are texted to you or emailed to you immediately. Or if you're trying to do something for someone else, you don't even have to call us. You can call and follow up with any questions if you have a reservation and you need to adjust it or have you. So you can do everything on the website, and then you can always call us and leave us a voicemail or an email, which is barologrildenver.com or info@barologrildenver, and we'll follow up really quickly with a question. We've had a lot of people ask about the bungalows, are they safe? We've had a lot of people ask about COVID conditions or allergies, and we can accommodate vegetarian, vegan, special dietary needs. We have so many folks that come in and do that. So 6th Avenue in the little residential neighborhood of St. Paul Street, not necessarily amongst all the other businesses, but a nice enclave. And we've been there 29 years, and I've been there 27 and a half of them. And here we go.
I've been there 29.
18
So
months, they wouldn't
there.
let me. They wouldn't let me in for the first 18 months.
They let me in. I don't know why.
I had to prove myself.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was too old to prove myself. Anyway, I adore you. Thank you. And to everybody, please like and subscribe to the Gabb. You will see this on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And you can see Ryan's beautiful smiling face there all the time. And mine fairly occasionally, because it's my big treat too. I love you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Love you, and love to all your followers, and have a wonderful weekend ahead.
Thank you. Much love. Thank
Ciao,
you
bella.
all.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.